Thousands of homes went dark on Friday, leaving people without heat, light, and of course, television.
15 more minutes and I would have had the end of this episode, but no.
For Emily and Peter, Friday afternoon was the last time they had power.
3 nights, 2 days, and by Sunday we just said, okay, we're going to a hotel.
They say their house gradually lost heat throughout the weekend, and walking into the house now requires a winter coat and hat. Like many others without generators, they improvised, using their gas stove to cook and their flashlights to see at night.
But then 2 nights of flashlight cooking, and I thought, okay, I'm done.
As they head off to their hotel room for the 4th night in a row, they say they're looking forward to the simple things again, like electricity, laundry, and TV. They say most of their neighborhood's power is back up and running, but until they see their own lights flicker, they're not taking any chances. Even when their power does come back on, it will take a little while for their houses to heat back up, so they'll stay warm in hotels and other places.
It's amazing to me that it's been so slow, number one, and so fragmented. I mean, most of this neighborhood, and I'm told most of the town, has power back. So what is it about this particular small area that is...
Where did we go wrong?
Their hope is that by tomorrow, their power is restored. In Lexington, Julia Sandor, WKYT.